Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSTNite.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you coin. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSTNite.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you coin. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSTNite.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you coin. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSTNite.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you coin. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSTNite.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you coin. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. And this Rumble wallet is right on top of my head. What is going on? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you had a really good weekend. Had some little bit of volatility in the weekend, and looked like we were going to be trading upwards to hit some levels, some ranges, some areas of liquidity that I think the market and the traders and, you know, all the limit orders were coming in on some spots where we wanted to see some momentum. And we called some of these price targets in the weekend and also on Friday. And we were pretty on the money. So it had a lot to do with the CME. So with the CME trading, you know, you have orders that come in on Friday and through the weekend or through the week, on the end of the week, don't get filled on the weekend. But then you also have crypto trades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in terms of the DeFi markets, the leverage trading markets, you know, just Binance, for instance, as an example. And so that trades all through the weekend, and you got to think it's trading worldwide. So the prices are going to be fluctuating off of that volatility and trading volume. And then when it comes back into Monday, we have the US market open. We have the New York Stock Exchange opening with pre-market, sniffings of rallying into the S&P, tech, AI, anything that has to do with energy dominance, with what America is doing right now. This is where people are parking their money. They are also seeing that the stablecoin super cycle's coming down the pipe. So we have companies like Circle, we have exchanges doing IPOs and also have already trying to get public on the stock market, like Gemini. We have BitGo just has an IPO about to launch very soon. And so we've said this, that, there's going to be a lot of opportunities, not just in buying the cryptocurrency tokens themselves, but there's going to be all types of ways of exposure that we can diversify. But that's all up to you to figure out how you want to do this, because in crypto, in DeFi now, and in the stock market, there's tokenized real RWA, real world assets. You can buy tokenized versions of the Mag 7 and the Fortune 500 companies. And so, there's no excuse to not be learning this stuff and testing it and building up a dollar cost average portfolio going into the next 10 years. So welcome, my friends. Now, with Bitcoin, we were seeing it spike last night. So we couldn't help it. We were seeing the volatility, and we saw the price volume really spike on Bitcoin and also Ethereum and Solana. So we showed you guys the trades that we were in. Currently, we are in some trades still. We still have those trades open, but what we did just to kind of hedge on ourselves, we took half the trade of Solana. So we were up 220%. So we're like, okay, let's shave off a little bit off that trade. And so we told you guys our entry was right in a range that had been created with Solana. So we went down into the 133 ranges, which was probably a high liquidation level for a lot of traders on the long side, where you can see the support building up at 133 for SOL. And so another range at the top was created here for 143 for it to just kind of bing bong and kind of just trade range sideways. This is on the hourly chart. You look at the 4-hour chart, 6-hour chart, whatever you want, 4-hour, 6-hour, you're going to see some other levels that we want to hit for resistance, and that's 147. So we're eyeing a 147 range, and you can see kind of how a trend is going to form, where we're eyeing that resistance, and then we're also going to be eyeing the next level of resistance, which is at this candle at 155, 153, money shot right there. X marks the spot. So if you're in trades already and you've made profit and you've taken profit, take the profit and set your stop loss at still take profit, and also put your stop loss at break even. You can set your stop loss at either break even or take profit, set another TP, and make sure you have a TP1 going at some of these levels. You can have a TP2 up here at 154 to shave off a little bit more. And then no matter what, you're in a protective trade, and you can do the same thing on the moves with Bitcoin. So I'll show you with Bitcoin. This is the same setup. Same setup. So what you can do is you establish the range. If you're in the trade, let it cook up a little bit to that next range where we had some resistance. So you see the range here, 94,000. And when you go to the actual Bitcoin chart, you can see that is exactly where we have this order block of liquidity sitting. Now, I told you there's probably a high chance, and it's all probabilities, right? Because, with good news in the markets, a lot of the times the markets will dump. On bad news, they'll pump. It's been kind of inverse for the past year and a half, where a lot of the times when you hear certain news, you're like, surely the price would pump right now. I mean, how would it not pump? It's dumping. We just heard good news. So that's just like that clear market manipulation that's been happening. We've kind of been, suspecting this. So what you could do is not get too excited on good news. Let the market cool, then pull the trigger, because that's usually when they gives it a little bit more of a time to then actually react in a positive way for your favor. So let's look at Bitcoin. We said it's probably a high chance that we go fill the gap. We trade sideways and build liquidity here. And the next level is going to bust through this order block at 95,000, wreck the shorts, because a lot of the short traders are going to come in and say, oh, that's an obvious short setup. I'll just short right here. And the shorts will build up. And what can Binance and Coinbase and these big exchanges that have way more money than you, what can they do? Well, they can liquidate the crap out of those shorts right there. And so the next level that we want to be watching and eyeing, and then you can see this pattern forming right now. You can actually see it. You have, let me lock, oh, it's not that one. It's this one. I don't remember which one it is. We'll just draw it. You can see a pattern forming here. You can see it. Got this. You got this right here, down here. And then you have the next pattern forming right here, which is kind of almost like an inverse head and shoulders if you're looking at it on the hourly. But it is playing out pretty nicely. Playing out pretty nicely. We think that the sellers are exhausted for sure, and we have a bullish cross. We've explained this is a really good way, and you can use this. So this is what's cool about the MACD. The MACD is, you can use this on any asset. You can use this on any token. And what it'll do for you is show you areas of bearishness and bullishness and momentum with volume. You can see the bars represent increase in volume and buying. And then when they start to fade out, that's usually when buyers are exhausted. And then on the inverse, on the same with the selling, you can see where selling in volume comes in, increases the candle, but then you can see that it's not as much volume as where we had come in here. But you could see where got some really bearishness right here, where we had a cross and more volume and more sell pressure. And then you can see where that made Bitcoin go from that 95,000 down into where we filled the gap. And then also to show you where it does a bearish cross, the orange line going over the blue line, that's where 90% of the time you get a move to the downside back into support. So what we're getting right now is that same setup. So we look here, we bottomed out, sellers exhausted, bullish cross, green starting to come up on the histogram, and this is where we can get a massive move into that area of where we're talking about. And this lines up perfectly with the 200-day moving average, which is at $104,000 per Bitcoin. Now, what is pumping right now? Well, the tokens that I talk about. So Me token, Medieval Empires, is up 20%. Nakamoto Games recently was up 25%. And the reason why these tokens pump is because I've found, and there might be different tokens that you found too that do this. So for me, this is just what I have on my radar because it's easier to follow. I'm sure there's like 100 different crypto games or crypto tokens that you could follow, and they're probably might have good price action as well. But I like to follow Medieval Empires and Nakamoto Games and IMX Immutable because these things pump hard whenever we get speculation into alts in general, but then crypto gaming tokens have their own separate bull run and bull market that is reliant on us having confidence and euphoria in the market, but sometimes it's almost on its own playing field because it starts to get this trading volume and they start to pop. Like Nakamoto Games has done it, and I've seen Medieval Empires do it. And so Medieval Empires is the governance token, utility token for the game Medieval Empires, and you can stake it to get in-game bonuses. So it has, and you also get me token by playing the game. So it actually has a pretty decent ecosystem built in with it. And I think it's a good proven concept of what other games and what other studios can do to have a sustaining token model that just builds incentive of holding the token and also rewarding you with the token by playing the game. And so, yeah, it's cool. It's good to see. It's good to see this thing up 20%. And we'll look at this on the daily, and you can see like this thing, every time it's gotten to the ground and to the bottom here, we've pumped up, and it's represented by the times where we were euphoric. You remember 2023, coming out of the end of 2023, we had this massive like spike in volume in the alt, but also in the gaming tokens. You can see here, I mean, it went up 330%. This was one of the kind of flagship tokens that did very well during this run in 2023 and 2024. You can see it did have a nice, and what's cool, what I like about looking at a chart like this is you don't see any massive aggressive like sell downs. Like you see a nice pump, nice, trading, heartbeat up, and then this was just a regression that lasted over from April going all the way to the end of the year. And then got to remember what was happening. All the volatility of the election, the Trump drama, just you name it. And so it went into the ground like most things. And then right in before the election happened and we had Trump be elected president, we had our pump again. And this was like that was like the quote last like altcoin pump and Bitcoin pump that we had. And then we went into alts going down 90%. So it's not like it hasn't happened before. It's happened before. We've seen this story before. And this is where you just have to put your money where your mouth is, and you have to dollar cost average. That is like the best thing that I can tell people is like, there's so many things that you could obviously get in the weeds with crypto, but for just a regular person and us too, is the name of the game is find what you understand the chart and how it moves, how it works with the market, like see where it's had its moments, and you can play that and use that to your advantage and say, I'm going to buy low as best as I can, and I'm going to shave off at when it's high. When people are freaking out and it's euphoric and they think it's going to keep going forever, you just kind of you DCA out a little bit too. You can also do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But ultimately, you are diamond handing your stuff. You have your conviction plays that you're diamond handing. But you still gotta pay yourself, you still gotta pay yourself. But these are the moments. This is the moment. You buy low in these ranges, and then when it starts to get up, like my perfect example of how you can look at altcoins right now, put them on the daily, put them on the weekly, put on a 200-day moving average line, and that's all you need to do. See where the coin is. Has it traded up to the 200-day moving average at any point? Where has volume spiked into the 200-day moving average? Is it trading up to that point? Solana is, like I said, it's doing this right now. It's trying to get up to that 200-day moving average. We've been kicked off of that and under it for the past, it's been some months now. We need to have another 3 months where we're above it. And that's where we're going to get back up into some insane ranges, I think. You can see, look, Pingu's trying to get back up in there, sitting that liquidity sitting up there. Look, Pepe, it already tried. It basically got up to it, but it just hit a little sell wall. AVAX, it's trying to get there. It's taking its sweet time, but you got to remember, a lot of these altcoins got killed on October 10th. A lot of altcoins on Binance chart got nuked, like completely nuked. So the fact that they're even trying to come back here is hope, Like we're up 27% from, quote, the candle bottom. Airdrop Hunter said, bro, we are just buying more and more ticker Bitcoin before this 2026 alt run. Me too, my gosh. Yes, me too. I bought a Sproto. I'm buying more ticker Bitcoin. I want to buy Pepe, Doge. I have my list. Like, if you guys want to know what I am fully interested in, this is what I am very much interested in right now. For my portfolio. My portfolio is pretty simple. It's really not super complicated. I think it will perform very well, and it has performed well. My problem was that I was just too all in. I was too stubborn to just shave off a little bit dollar cost average, because my portfolio at a point was at its all-time highs, and I think just with anything, it might be smart to just be like, I'm not a genius. I don't know what's going to happen. I obviously did something that's not that easy to do. You made money in crypto. People make it seem like it's easy, but it's like, if it was, everyone would do it, right? Anyone that makes things seem easy will show me the millions and millions of people just cashing out on crypto. You look at the numbers, you look at the statistics, that's not the case. So is it a skill issue? Is it a market issue? Is it a manipulation issue? It's none of that. It's a game. You have to get better at playing it. So some of it can be a skill issue, but really it's just you're going against yourself. You have to just demystify a lot of shit in your brain, and you will then be more successful and you'll start to figure it out. But for me, I just want to keep it simple. I want to keep it pretty simple and go into these next cycles just operating like a freaking machine. So the narratives that I've noticed that aren't going away, I mean, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, is Bitcoin as an institutional safe haven for scarcity, supply and demand economics, energy. It's just Bitcoin is represented as the world's representation of energy and currency dominance. That's what Bitcoin is. So when you invest in Bitcoin, that's what you're investing in. A global node network of a ledger. And now you can do stuff on it. You can program on it. You can do Bitcoin dApps and things like that. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it. So Bitcoin as a thing, it's not speculative anymore. It's an obvious choice for world liquidity. Ethereum is an obvious thing that I feel like is not going to go away. It's the internet's computer. It's the smart contract default, I think, for most of the... It's too late. What's up, GB? I said I loved that Jinxie J put us together. We're both wearing Vans. He drew Vans on us. We're about to pop a kickflip. I love it. I just we look so chill. And honestly, it's the best school photo I've ever seen. It's like the Sproto University. We're going to pull this. We're going to pull it up. But welcome to the Sprotos. See, we were spamming the Telegram with our channel to be like, come watch the live. But I think we were pissing people off. I think we were making people mad, especially Turbo Autism. Every time we would post in there and say, hey guys, just come come and check out the live. He's like, oh, you're live with 3 people watching. What a waste of time, bro. And I was like, well, excuse me. Excuse me. So we'll just let you come on your own. We'll let you make the decision and decide. Yeah, Jinxie J should get hired by Coinbase, hired by Kraken. There's no reason why this person should not be hired and given thousands of dollars to do all of their advertisement and their flyers. It pisses me off. We talked about it last night. It makes no sense why these companies are not coming directly to the crypto culture at the bleeding edge and hiring us. But they go and get these vape cabal ass hats that I don't get it. I really don't get it. So that shit's gonna change, because if they knew better, they'd be going to all the Sprotos right now. We know how to shill. We know how to shill better than anyone. Call us Shilbo Baggins. We're unmatched. We're undefeated. So wise up and start bringing in the people that are freaking bullish crypto when it's good, bad, all the time. Not just when it's fun. Thread Guy, Banksy, all you Frank D gods, you just disappear when shit looks bad. Screw that. I'll tell you to your face, you got no guts. The Sprotos, whether we're retardio or schizo or delusional, we damn stick together. And so did the Eons and the Aeons, the SPX 6900 people, the Pepe people. We stick together. We're still here. So our time is coming. Jinxie J is going to get hired, get paid thousands of dollars, and all the Sprotos are going to be advisors to all these crypto companies, because they realized, whoa, they actually know how to talk about crypto and shill crypto. Anyway, Solana. So Solana is very simple. Solana is Apple. Ethereum is Microsoft. Bitcoin is like the cypherpunk Linux. You know, you could say that Pulse chain is like the Linux to Ethereum's Microsoft Windows. So Solana is kind of like a, break stuff, controversial with the memes, launch pads, but then it's also got the institutional adoption. So it's got a little bit of both, trying to play both sides. That's Solana for me. I actually enjoyed Solana. The thing about with blockchains is when you come on, what's your experience when you first come in? And do you end up staying and using the chain? So with me, Solana, I came in, I used it. I was like, cool. There's Solana NFTs. It's kind of like Ethereum, but obviously it's got its own kind of thing going. And I started to use a little bit more DeFi. I liked it. It got me using crypto. And I did discover some cool tokens. It got you just scanning around. I got in a little bit more into crypto gaming. So I think Solana has a future. I think Solana, it wouldn't make any sense for it not to go to $1,000 when we see Ethereum at 7,000. We see Bitcoin at 150,000. Like, I would expect Solana to be somewhere near around between $500 and $700 around those times. And when it's $1,000, I'm curious where I would like to see the rest of the market. And then Chronos. So I'm keeping it simple with just kind of the fundamental top 5: Bitcoin, ETH, Solana. I don't care what amounts I have at different points. This money, it's liquid. It's liquid money. That's how you have to think about it. They want to make us think like, oh, it's an investment. It's like, well, the way that I've been using it, it's pretty much liquid money. It's not it's like we're giving it value, and it's getting value by the network effect, and we're being able to use it as our own bank and earning fees. And there's so many different ways that we can operate inside of those ecosystems just in these 3 coins. And we can buy coins on top of them. So you can keep it real simple and literally just buy those 3. But we want to get more exposure. We want more risk. So if you want like minimal risk, you just buy top 5 DCA and you don't look at it. And you don't even worry about, oh, there's coins on Solana or there's coins on Ethereum. And honestly, people get lost and you lose them at that point. I started going down and just in a conversation of saying about Ethereum and Solana and oh, that there's coins on there. The person was like, oh, well, good luck with that. They literally didn't even say, oh, well, let me learn more about this. They said, oh, they started smiling, and they do that thing, that people do where they stop listening to you. They just go, oh, good luck with that. That sounds fun. Oh, that sounds nice. I'm like, and then when you have Ethereum, there's layer 2s, and then on the layer 2s, there's also coins on there, and they're like, oh, that's right. I really understand what you're talking about. So it's not, obviously, it's not for everyone. Not every normie pleb is going to dive into, say, what the Chronos ecosystem is. But if they were smart, they would go, well, what is Crow? What is Crypto.com? Someone has the URL, Crypto.com. They bought that domain. They own the domain to putting in Crypto.com. So when millions of people start going, I guess I'll try this crypto thing out. Maybe there's a website called Crypto.com. And then Chronos comes up. Chronos, then you start, and then that person, the pleb, starts typing in Chronos, and then they're like, Chronos Trump. Trump media has invested a lot of money into Crow. Chronos is being used as the chain to be able to pay people and use the blockchain on Truth Social. Truth Social is trying to implement things that I think X will eventually be implementing in terms of what they're going to do with the X money. So you start to see that you could be investing, and I don't even want to say investing. You can discover network effect tokens. And I think Chronos is one of those. Bitcoin is a network effect community token that plays on 3 different narratives. A community that builds itself called the egregore. The ticker is Bitcoin. It's on Ethereum. It's Bitcoin on Ethereum running on 2 bullish narratives. Successful ETH memes, ETH actually going to 10K, and Bitcoin being the dominant money force for the rest of your life. There's limited supply as well. So this is why it's my favorite meme coin. It's not because someone paid me to talk about it. It's not because Ansem's dumbass didn't freaking... he wore the shirt and reposted. No, you discover it yourself. No one has to pay me a dime to talk about what I like. I've done it for free for 4 years. And I still like what I like. And everything I've talked about has done well, has been successful, has pumped, and we're learning how to get better at buying the things. Headband asked me, he's like, what is it even the point of your content if you're not going to show us and teach us how to not F it up this time? I'm doing that. I've done this every day. So what? Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed besides your level of execution, of being able to strike when everyone's saying it's freaking over and they're like, oh, and so complaining. You buy when everyone is saying that it's like angels are flying around, gold and it's just flying out of the sky, and people are like, so you for maybe sell a little bit. And that's it. And you can apply this with everything. And it's heavily and it's connected with the stock market. It's connected with Bitcoin. So if you're buying alts, just know 10-15% in a downturn on your hard asset of Bitcoin or the stock market is going to tank your alts 80-90%. But we've explained this. If you stay in long enough, the bear market is not the bull market is 51 months of a 300% recovery off of a 35% downturn or 51%. That's just in the stock market. But crypto, you get alts going down 90%. It means that the recovery on the bull market side, if you stay in long enough, is 1,000%. That's the difference. That's what no one will tell you or explain to you properly, is that the bear market is shorter. It's so much shorter. And now this mini bear market that we've been in is shorter. And the trajectory going up to the top is going to completely outweigh any 91% downturn. That's why when you buy when it's down like this, almost at any of the average price of a range, and wait long enough and not be paper lettuce handed, we're going to learn. Don't listen to people like Benjamin Cohen that make you feel bad and make you feel stupid for trying to get exposure into altcoins, or make you feel like you shouldn't build anything or you shouldn't try anything. Just buy Bitcoin and you would have been better off, bro. I am tired of that effing narrative coming from these smarty pants people that think they're better than you. And they're like, just buy into the cryptoverse.com and you'll know everything and you would be better off, right? Because you watched all my logarithmic charts. That's some bullshit. You do you, and you get better at what you understand. And don't listen to anyone like that. I've told you, you can get exposure into alts. There's a method to the madness. And you can also get exposure into Bitcoin and play it safe and just be in stables earning yield. But I'm not going to make you feel stupid. I'm going to make you feel empowered and feel awesome for taking a risk. This is what we're here to do. Why else are we here? Because with taking the risk, there's a possibility for a reward. It's not guaranteed. You suffer long enough, you hold long enough, just like the Bitcoin maxis did, you're able to have liquid money to do whatever the hell you want. Put a W, put a 1 in the chat if you know what the hell I'm talking about, because I know you've been seeing it. These people that are the fundamental maxis will make you feel stupid and make you feel bad for just trying. They're like, well, you should have just bought Bitcoin the whole time. Okay. It's just like Nikita coming to the timeline and making us crypto people feel bad, like it's our fault, our algorithm sucks, but you're the one who's killing it and putting stupid shit in front of our timeline. We didn't even want to see that. You turned all the crypto people into political social warriors, damn it. We don't want that. We just want to make money. Show us the stuff. Get me on these freaking boards and I'll tell them. Holy crap. I know you guys feel the same way I do. This is why I need to speak for you. I will speak for you. Because I feel like there's very little people that are saying. Gainsey came out and says like, this is crap. He's like, my feed sucks for the past 6 months. Who's been hired doing this for the past 6+ months? This guy. Who's the advisor for? Solana. Dude's gaslighting us. We've all been feeling like the algorithm, something ain't right, something doesn't feel right, and it's because we've been purposefully shadow banned. It's insane. So I get the frustration from the crypto accounts because that is just insane to gaslight like an entire section of crypto or of Twitter or X, where that's like a big portion of the people that are engaging and using the application. But it's our fault. That's crazy. That's just crazy. So flood his account, spam his account, do whatever you can to complain. No, I don't want you to complain, but I do want you to give solutions. So it doesn't matter. Complaining doesn't help unless you have a solution. People, you can complain all day, but what's your solution? So my solution, that was like, I even said it last night. I was like, it shouldn't be that you're obviously you can only see so many posts, but you have an AI that X is building right now, XAI, that you could like probably have massive AI model running on just specifically crypto Twitter to help filter out the obvious bot accounts or spam or actual spam accounts. Like my account got flagged as a spam account, which I think is insane. That's crazy. And then I think that there's all these other accounts that are fake. It's probably like a dude in a basement posing as a crypto girl. Those get 1.2 million impressions. All the while there is an actual, the gripe with some of these builders is like they'll post a new app that they're working on or something like that, and it gets like 500 impressions. So there's just something is off, and it doesn't seem like the algorithm is hitting like it did back in like 2022, 2023. It's how you ended up discovering all these different accounts. You got into different spaces, conversations started brewing, communities grew together because of how the algorithm was feeding us kind of what we actually wanted to see. Now it's feeding us something that is getting us to admit an emotional response of outrage, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem very healthy. So yeah, it's weird. It really is weird. It's strange how the algorithm, and we all saw the shift. We all felt it. My wife even noticed it. She was like, yeah, it just seemed like over the past 3 months, 4 months, your YouTube, everything just kind of dropped. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I haven't. I mean, if anything, I've gotten better. I've gotten more consistent. I've narrowed down into very specific topics and focused. Sometimes we'll rant, but that's just a crypto show. It's a crypto radio show. So it's a crypto broadcast. I'm broadcasting. If I could have this on the radio right now, it would be on the radio. And I would love for people to be driving to work listening to me yap. But yeah, there's been a massive drop off. So now we know on X it's been deliberate. On YouTube, we feel like it is deliberate because they ban channels that are specifically crypto channels and stop their reach for some reason. So we know it's deliberate. What do? Well, we can't complain about it. We have to find solutions. What's the solution? Okay, guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare. I am from the damn cloth that when you want people to see you and you want attention, you got to go and grab it. You can't wait for other people. You can't wait for the robots over here and the algorithm to do it for you. You have to do it. You got to go out and megaphone to people. You got to tell the world. That's what meme coins and the communities are actually really good at doing. The Aeons and the SPX 6900 community, the Ticker Bitcoin community, the Pepe community, the Doge community, MOG, all these damn communities know how to shill. They know how to spread the news. What's the good news? There's a whole nother new money system brewing up in the underbelly, bleeding edge culture of reality. And you're still trusting the government Fed system? You're trusting the Fed system?
Good evening.
This guy?
On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed.
So what I find fascinating is that why is it that it was a good, how do you think it was good monetary policy to print 60% of the money supply and then know now that massive fraud has been happening and that like, let's just say that 60% of the money supply that you printed and digitally printed into the system was fraudulently sent to daycares in Minnesota, fake healthcare coverage companies, all kinds of fraud happening, massive, systemic across the United States. And then a lot of that taxpayer money has gone to fund war. It's gone to like all kinds of stuff. The DEI, diversity, inclusion, equity, inclusion things. So what are you talking about, Jerome Powell? Like, this is insane. Is like, you shouldn't be surprised that you're being investigated. there's a lot of money that was printed from the Federal Reserve and sent to the Federal Reserve banks and then sent out. And then where did it all go? Fraud. And then you want to build a $3 billion renovation for your buildings. So what are you talking about? So this should make you frustrated. It should light a fire under your ass to know that there is something that you can go into right now that, yeah, it's relying on the Fed to continue to do their stupid money printing, but where is all that worthless cash going to go? Well, it's got to go into appreciating assets. It's got to go into things that over the next 10, 15, 20 years, 25 years, 50 years down the road, what is going to be given value? It's networks and energy and what is going to be used to actually power and run the freaking world. Oil, energy, and networks. This guy's being tried and he's being put on blast because it's not if this decision is made if it is political and it's political pressure, what was then the Biden administration's political pressure on you injecting 60% of the money supply and then also stealing money from the American people through the method of destroying the middle class, destroying the housing mortgage rates, and destroying taxes and escrow accounts for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people? That was your fault. That was the Fed's fault. The Feds dictate how much and the plans and the funding for all of this shit that we have to do. It is your fault, Jerome Powell. It's the Fed's fault. If you're talking about political pressure, the Biden administration's negligence of our taxpayer money and through the quote COVID, which we know don't even get me started. We all know that was a freaking lie and it came from China. And we got sold out by our government. %. So your ass is getting criminally charged, Jerome Powell, because you sold out the American people with the Biden and in cooperation with the Biden administration. We got sold out. I can talk about this. I can have an opinion. I can talk about this because I was a direct damn result and victim of this, living in America. I watched my expenses go up quadruple. Not double, quadruple. While my income was starting to slowly increase, got income increasing. What did they do? Effed us. They bent us over and Pulp Fictioned us. We got left with the bag. And if they print the money, why is it our fault? Why do we have to pay for it? I'm tired of it. There's a decision you have to make. It's either you're on the side of the Fed or you're on the side of history of crypto. We have a whole new freaking money system that we can do right now. What's your choice? You want to still stay in pleb world? Or do you want to go into the cryptoverse? Which one? Make a choice. Because damn it, this should piss you off. This should piss you off to no end. The fact that they print the money and they make you pay for it. You're not getting mad enough. You're not getting frustrated enough, people. You let the social justice BS distract you from the fact and the football games and the sports betting to the fact that they print the money. They print the money and they make you pay for it. We should be in the streets. We should be in the damn streets. And what's hilarious is that we do have a president that has been writing it on the wall, signaling to us like, hey guys, look, he's like, I made it. Look, he's like, I didn't have to do this. You think I had to do this? It's possible that he knows that his kids, his grandkids, his kids' grandkids are going to have to live in this world. I understand this. I want to have some type of system where there is some control, there is some level of control, because I don't want some of these people running wild. Hell no. I don't want anarchy. I don't want factions of people starting where they think they're smarter and they can run stuff. Look how well that went in Portland, you idiots. Look how well that went when they tried to set up their own stupid Antifa, anti-whatever government establishment. They burned it to the freaking ground, and they could not balance their power because they were so head up their asses that they thought they could run it better than the government in the city. Hilarious. I think that's funny. Yeah. You guys go do all that stuff that you think you can do by running systems. You're not going to be able to do it. That's just like, you don't know. Do you know how to plumb your house? Do you know how to do your electrical? Do you just come in and flush the toilet and turn on the light? You're too damn privileged. But some people think they can do it. They're like, oh, we can all do this. No, we do need systems. I want smart engineer people that can run systems for the idiots out there. Sorry, there's a group of people that are stupid. They can't do things for themselves. They need the system. Then you got people that are creating stuff. They're self-sufficient and they can be a net positive into the society. We have to make a choice. So are you going to break out of that constant stranglehold on your brain and your mind to distract you from the fact that they print the money? Okay, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to choose the blue pill and be ignorance is bliss and be like Cypher and say, oh, I'll just keep eating the steak. I know it's fake, but I'll keep eating it. Because my mind's telling me that steak is juicy. It's red, but I know it's not real. What is real? How do you define real? Do you think that's air you're breathing right now? Do you think this is air you're breathing right now? Answer the question. Listen, do you think that is air you're breathing right now? Okay. What a Monday to start the week. You should be feeling fired up. You should be feeling like you can take over the damn world right now. Welcome to the dojo crew, my friends. This is where, I'm tired of trying to think like, oh, why don't people watch the channel? But no, it's not about that. I don't give a shit anymore. If you're here, you're in the dojo. Not many people are going to be able to handle being in the dojo. You think everyone goes in and trains martial arts? No, they don't. You're in the crypto dojo with me, and it ain't going to be easy. We are going to do this together. Our knuckles are going to get bloody. We're going to get bruised. We're going to get our ankles bashed. It's going to hurt. But we are going to be so damn strong and resilient and successful in this game if we stick together. So know that if you're here right now, you are part of the dojo crew. And it's consistency. That is what matters. We show up every single day, whether it's good, bad, sideways, I don't care. We are here. And that is more of a badge of honor than anything that I can say, oh, I gave you all the signals to make money. Oh, look at all these trades. Look at what you could have made by watching my channel. No, it's more or less, are we going to stick together and help each other make it to the other side? Whether it be with trading NFTs, learning the new, the ecosystems, dollar cost averaging, whatever it is. But we gotta just stick together and know that this is a training ground. So I want to show appreciation to you guys who are here. You're still here. I've seen people fall off the damn wayside. There's been accounts that were watching my channel. They're gone. They're disappeared. I don't know where they went. I've had to pour out some for the homies. I don't know where they went. I hope they come back. But people had to tuck and duck roll out of crypto. And I said, no, I'm staying in the car. I'm like Leo, the Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving. I'm staying in the car. It's rolling down the river. It's rolling down the cliff in the river. I'm staying in. Oh my God. We're having too much fun today. We're having way too much fun today. We're like this today. All right, so a word from our non-sponsors. No one sponsors the channel yet, but those days will be numbered. No one fully sponsors the channel just yet, but we do have some links in the description. Oh, by the way, another person thought this was a real person. Who keeps seeing this Asian on your YouTube? This is fake. Metals and Markets. Look, nice name, Metals and Markets. Look, YouTube is pushing fake channels that are made by AI more than real people talking to you and communicating like a real person. Isn't that some bullshit? I'd love to go to YouTube's headquarters and be like, whose decision is this? Who is making this happen? Because this video was posted a fucking day ago, excuse my language, a day ago, and it's got 20,000 views. Because my friend who does it, he sent me this video. My wife, who I just explained last night, showed me this same guy. He's not real. It's an AI video of an Asian dude. The classic smart Asian with the glasses is not real. We've already talked about this same freaking topic and broke it down in less than 30 minutes, and YouTube said, screw you. But they'll put him in the search. the smart AI looking Asian guy. Oh my God. So yeah. It's kind of crazy. This is insane. This channel was made probably 2 months ago. And it's freaking AI. This guy's not real.
I was staring at my Bloomberg terminal this afternoon, and something felt wrong.
It's so annoying. It makes me so mad that YouTube is doing this crap. You type in silver. You guys know we've been charting silver on this channel for freaking God, for over a year now. You type in silver. And it's look. Huge updates coming out for Fed. Boring currency using the same Asian guy. Do you get it? God, it's like, I'm not going to do this. It's like, yeah, you tell him 5 seconds that's AI. And look, boring currency. It's that same Asian guy, but look, this channel that I was just on was called Metals and Markets. This one's called Boring Currency. Look, it's got, AI slop. And these videos have 23,000 views 4 days ago, 21,000 views 4 days ago. Like, come on, YouTube. This it's so ridiculous. Like, it's like, how are people not falling for this shit?
Ladies and gentlemen,
look,
Kevin
oh
Huang
my
here.
God, this guy's everywhere. Kevin Huang, 11,000. This guy that is being used as an AI macro reality. This is why I can't get traction. It's not my fault. I don't suck. YouTube sucks because of this stupid shit. I'm tired. Are you see? YouTubers should be freaking out right now. Why are we not freaking out? We're getting taken over and overrun by these stupid ass accounts that aren't real, and they're using the same person. Why are these not being taken down? Why is my channel the one that gets banned? I feel like I'm getting punked right now. About to flip my fucking desk. I just discovered 7 channels with the same stupid AI Asian person talking about the same shit that I talk about. YouTube is a freaking scam. Insane. Anyway, I think I was trying to show you guys the links in the description of my channel before I started losing my mind. I have a right to lose my mind. I show up and provide value on this damn channel every day. I know I do. And YouTube is deciding to put AI slop, not even being like modest about it. They're just like, I'm gonna make 7-10 accounts that have the same stupid smart Asian guy on there and just run it. This is an outrage. I'm gonna go back. I gotta go back and take a screenshot of all of those videos that I just, where I have to keep this up. I gotta keep this up. Because it's insane. That is just like, what a scam. Like, what a damn scam. What a damn scam. take a screenshot of all of those. Okay, so we've talked about crypto.com for the past like 3 years on this channel. And if you want to check out the crypto.com ecosystem, check out what they're doing, you can use my link in the description here, and it helps directly support the channel. And they have a really good, I don't know if that's going to work. No, that's not going to work. Copy link address. There we go. Why is it doing that? Oh, there we go. It's some Indian guy called Neil Mohan. Well, no, there needs to be like some kind of oversight of how they're treating accounts that are real accounts, because obviously we're getting overrun by lazy AI people. You know how easy it is to just go and make an AI slop video? I could do that all day. I don't want to. I don't want to game the system with shitty AI slop. It pisses me off. Try and get an AI to do what I just did today and break down what I just did today. Good luck. Good luck. Try to get an AI to do what I just did in the passion and show in my damn eyes what I just did today. Good luck. Good luck. People are going to want this content. They're just not it's not being put in front of them. People want the passion. They want a real person. Put me in front of people. AI is not going to get a fire lit under your ass. I am. AI is not going to get a fire lit under your ass with the damn lip sync being all fucked up. No. Let's continue. Check out the links in the description. See, you're either going to get my intensity or you don't. You don't like it? Go to another channel. Because I'm coming in hot for this market. I'm coming for this market's ass. We're not screwing around anymore. So you be prepared. You don't like the intensity? Sorry. You're in the wrong dojo. In the wrong dojo, my friends. All right. Let's get some trading ranges going. Let's get some signals. Let's get some levels. We told you guys, watching Sol, we got X marks the spot on the top range here to hit 154. Okay? We're going to probably see a nice little volume spike here coming in soon, because you got to remember the market opened this morning. It caught us and then it pumped right back up. So it wanted to liquidate those shorts really quick, or liquidate the longs. And if you were too high leveraged over 50x, you got liquidated. So sometimes if you do want to do high leverage, you probably want to be below that 50x mark, because 50x and higher is where they want to slap you. Especially on the short range, they'll get you good. So Sol range established, take profit up in that first 147. Stop loss, break even, or in take profit, and then TP12 up at 154. Then for Ethereum, we have a resistance range set at 3,300, and then we have a TP2 at 3,400. So you want to have TP1 here, TP2 here. This is TP1, and right here. TP2, and your stop loss you want to have at, once it moves up here, you want to put your stop loss at 3,100. You got your stop loss here at 3,100. And what you can do is kind of like be like, okay, here's TP1. You really want to go for the green, get that TP2. And this lines up with your resistance levels from the 6-hour chart. So 4-hour, 6-hour chart, great way to get your forward thinking price action. Bitcoin, we are, like I said, I think this particular Bitcoin setup, I want to go off the CME. So we want to look at the CME. The CME is where I'm really looking at the data for a 200-day moving average price up to 104, but we have to break through the order block of 95,000. I think that we could be getting a short liquidation setup where shorts start building up high liquidity right here at 94.95. The market is going to bonk those short traders, or they're just going to do it. They're shorting themselves, or they can just liquidate them. Then they can come in and catch longs right on the spot where the market gets liquidated, and then it's going to push it up to 100K really fast. My price prediction and call is that we get 100K before or on the 23rd, which is going to be in 2 weeks. So, or a week and a half. You can know that by starting off the weekend and the week strong like this could be a leading indicator into a rally in the stock market. The stock market, like things like Tesla, look hood, bullish, Galaxy, MicroStrategy, Coin, NVIDIA, all up 2%, 3%. We saw that last night. The market, pre-market open was bullish. So usually leading indicator for more forward movement into a potential nice quarter one with maybe a little some volatility. We might get some pullbacks. Friend of mine is telling me that silver is going to have a metals pullback. Silver is at 85 an ounce. It's crushing to our area where we called the price for silver. If you can see it on the weekly chart, we drew this circle and this line 2 years ago. If you've watched this channel long enough, you've probably remembered when we were charting silver. This was a year and a half, 2 years ago, that we said that silver is building up a massive cup and handle pattern breakout on the weekly chart, and it's just a matter of time that it catches up to what gold did. Now, what happened when gold completed its round? Bitcoin did break to all-time highs after the fact. Gold and silver are a leading bullish indicator for other speculative markets and commodity assets to be getting traction. So now that we've seen this happen, what is going to be the next obvious money flow rotation? It's going to be Bitcoin and ETH. So this is what we're setting up for going into the rest of this year. Now, once silver cools off, it tried to cool off here. This was that event that we talked about, that silver futures contracts, they tried to make double as much expensive, double the price to hold your contracts. So say you have like $100,000, $200,000 plus contract of silvers for futures, they would then make it $1 million to be able to hold the contract. It's like, give me $1 million overnight. That's basically what they did. Didn't work this time. They did the last time they did that. This is what happened. Last time they did that, this is what happened with silver. They did it in 2011. They did that and it crashed a lot. When they tried to do it this time, it didn't work. It's only making spot silver price go up more. It's making demand go up more. The silver that is required for stuff is back ordered a lot. So they could potentially still try and do the silver switch where they make it go down, it gets hit and goes back into the 70s range, it gets a cool off, and then it's off to the races. And then we are calling for $150 silver possibly by the end of the year. If not, going into next year, we have a $200 per ounce silver. Now, you could be trading paper silver. You can hold physical silver. I suggest, honestly, in my opinion, it's like, you could hold all the physical gold and silver and have your trunks of silver and gold, but you have to think about custodian. People don't realize how anxiety ridden you will be when you have trunks of gold and silver. And It's just not going to work. Okay. That's just my opinion. I think it's stupid. Yes, you can build it in terms of, you know, like a for debasing currency. That's why people are buying gold and silver, because inflation. That's okay. Sound. Okay. Where are you going to store it? Who's going to store it? Who's storing it for you? Do you have guns? Do you have security? What are you going to do? Okay. You can, no one talks about that. I'm here every day. No one talks about that. No one talks about, if you're going to buy a bunch of gold and silver, how are you going to protect it? How are you going to prevent someone from taking your shit? Okay? There will be an opportunity to buy silver if you want to buy silver. If you want to trade silver, this might be an opportunity. Cut back. 71, off to the damn races. So if you're a trader and you want to be trading future silver SL1, you're thinking, a little pullback, 75. You see the support. It's been established, $70. Yeah, Laser said, how are you going to protect it from John Wick? You can't. If you can remember your 12-word seed phrase in your brain and you can survive levels of torture, then you're good. They'll never get it. You guys probably tell that I haven't had any breakfast and just coffee. Let's go. Let's go. This is the kind of energy that we need. I'm so tired of the energy and the people that have been in this space over the past few months. It's like snooze fest. You need someone like me to pump you up and get you damn excited. That's the alpha. Can I get you excited? Can I get you your jellies? Can I get your jellies moving? Can I get them moving? I really appreciate you guys for being here. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing this. Shout out to Rumble. We're streaming on Rumble right now. If you want, guys, have you tried the Rumble wallet? Have you tried the Rumble wallet? Have you sent a tip to anyone? You can tip me right now. You just click on tip and it'll pop up with the QR code and you can tip directly to my wallet. It's actually super cool. You guys should try it. The ProveX sacrifice has ended. ProveX is the new protocol project that is created by Richard Hart. Richard Hart is the founder of Pulse Chain, also the founder of Hex, one of the Ethereum-based mining contract projects that went up tens of thousands of percent, thousands of X's. And it was based off sacrifice rounds. Same with Pulse Chain. So with ProveX, this is going to be a full-fledged privacy protocol that is going to, I think, shake up some stuff. We just got to see what happens. We got to see how the contract is going to be paired inside the Pulse Chain ecosystem. And yeah, that's kind of what's happened with Pulse Chain. pretty soon here, well, today actually, we're going to be making some content on how to provide liquidity inside of Pulse Chain using PLSX, the DEX, and how the pairs work, how to understand where you could be providing LP in places where money's about to get dumped. Because you want to be in these pools and in these stablecoin pools, paired pools with stablecoin and the native asset like Ethereum or Pulse. And you can use this method across the board. It's not just it's not just one ecosystem you can do this with. You can do it with all of them. So you can go for the ones that are kind of the more low-hanging fruit of having high 24-hour volume, price action and volume spiking, and have it be a smaller TVL pool of a protocol. So something like this, like you go to DeFi Llama and you can say, okay, 24-hour DEX volume. Solana spiked, but go down. Like you can start by doing this, but like we've explained, more money, you have to have more money and capital to really be noticed and be seen inside of these pools for like some of these bigger chains. Go down the line and you can say like AVAX, Avalanche, Hyperliquid, Polygon, Near, Tron, Say, what's a Linnea, Hedera, Pulse Chain, Barachain, Ton. Oh my gosh, Ton. Chronos. These are the things that are down lower, have stable coins, and have bridge TVL coming in. Bridging the bridge is what you need to see too. When you see the bridged TVL coming in hot, that means people are coming in the chain. They're coming in. You need to be inside of the pools, because when they come in and start swapping, trading, moving through these pairs, you get the fees. You generate the fees. So this is the alpha, my friends. It's not about necessarily buying the token. It's how do I generate revenue, capital, cash flow? This is how. So it's as simple as what we broke down in our breakdown here for the DeFi farming sheet. You want to be in these protocols and get and try and fluctuate through these liquidity flows. It's not risk-free. No protocol is risk-free, okay? By the way, see, I will save you. In Jesus Christ will save you. I'm not going to like tell you lies. This is very risky still. Nothing is no risk protocol. But people like this, Raul Paul, insane. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how irresponsible. Look at how irresponsible these people
and I'm gonna have a mix of protocols like
look what they
Cardano.
Say. This is the funniest video I've ever seen.
And I'm going to have a mix of protocols like Cardano. Polkadot for interoperability. I'm going to choose some DeFi stuff. Choose some DeFi, choose some DeFi, choose some DeFi, choose some DeFi stuff.
Stuff like Terra Network. You can just put money, stake the network and get 20%. And they're basically risk-free.
Basically risk-free?
Put money, stake the network and get 20%, 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 20%. Basically risk-free, basically risk-free, basically risk-free.
And everyone tells me I shouldn't do it, so I'm going to do it, which I told you before is a feature of mine. That's the bull market. You shouldn't own Bitcoin because it's going to underperform. And in a bear market, you should own stable coins. So in which case, Why should you ever own Bitcoin?
What's happening with UST price? And Raul, I don't know if you want to pull up a chart too. It's not looking pretty.
I just interviewed Doe this morning, by the way.
Raul, when you hopped into this recording room, UST price was at 98 cents being defended. Do you know what it is right now?
No.
It's at 92 cents. Yeah.
And in a bear market, you should own stablecoins.
So that's $1 billion of stablecoin market cap that's gotten erased in the last 30 minutes.
You should own stablecoins. You should own stablecoins. You should own stablecoins. You should own stablecoins.
As I'm monitoring Twitter right now, and the Luna Guard, the Luna Foundation that has the BTC, has just sent their BTC outbound.
And they're basically risk-free, 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 risk-free.
Do you know what it is right now?
No.
It's at 92 cents. Yeah.
And they're basically risk-free.
I got to choose some DeFi stuff. You should own stablecoins. I got to choose some DeFi.
Basically risk-free.
You should own stablecoins.
Do you know what it is right now?
No.
It's at 92 cents. Yeah.
Woo, my friends. Now, do you see? See? It's basically risk-free. Dude, and he charges for his stuff. He fucking charges. And I have a free DeFi farming sheet that says no protocol is risk-free. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. They push who they want to push. That's it. They push who they want to push. But I'm going to push back. I'm going to push back. Because damn it, this is free. And in the first page, it says no protocols risk-free. And you got this son of a gun on here talking about it's basically risk-free. Nothing's risk-free. The hell? If you guys want to continue to be a part of the Dano Dojo crew, you want to send some people in here, we will be launching a private Telegram group. And our Discord is getting revamped, so we have a revamped Discord with added roles. We will be doing gaming and crypto live streams inside of the Discord. We realized that we can crack heads in Quake Champions still, and also in Halo Infinite. So we're going to be doing that inside the Discord. If you want to take part in playing with me, and you guys can play along, come in the same rooms, find me in the Discord. We're going to be revamping that. We're also going to be having a free private Telegram group. It's absolutely free. We're going to be diving into more of this stuff. And we're going to properly show you how to actually do this and not have jokers like Raul Paul trying to charge you $100 a month for their, real vision investing bullshit. They're going to just take your money. I'm literally $0 I'm going to charge you $0 for us to actually do the stuff. So right now, the first one that we're going to dive into is Kronos. So I'm not going to reveal all the stuff that we're going to be doing inside here, but we're going to start with Kronos first, and then we're going to go to Pulse Chain, and then from Pulse Chain, we're going to go to, I don't know. I think there's a third chain that we're going to do. Ton. then we're going to do TON. So we're starting with Chronos, we're going to go to Pulse Chain, and then we're going to go to TON. And in this, you're going to learn the 3 protocols to be able to farm, provide stablecoin liquidity, provide native asset pair liquidity, and farm the perp dex, which every single one of these always is going to have a perp dex that has a token that you can farm, that you can take advantage of. This is the alpha that we need. $0 cost. I'm telling you that it isn't risk-free, and I'm giving you actions. Here it is. So if you want to follow it, follow the channel, subscribe. I will have the Telegram link very soon. It's going to be this week. I will have where you can get into it. And the only thing that you have to do is just pass through a link wall. That's it. You just got to sign up for a link. It's $0. It's fucking zero. Costs nothing. Like everything on this channel has been for the past 3 years. Free. And you're going to get value out of this 100%. And there's going to be people in the Telegram that I trust that are going to be giving calls, their price predictions and things and their observations that I feel like is valuable. And can't wait to see you there. All right. So my friends, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your time, your attention, your eyes, ears. And make sure when you leave the live stream and this ends, you leave a comment. The comments have been like ghost town on the live stream. So we got to get the comments on here. Make sure you reshare it, repost. I have to blast through this algorithm and bust through this wall because obviously there's 17,000 AI slop channels using the same stupid Asian smart guy avatar. And those channels are getting pushed out in the search instead of a real person. So can we help with that? That should frustrate you and enrage you, that the fact that real people are getting shadowed by fake AI content. Laziness. That's just lazy. So let's show that real people, real communities exist, and we should be supported. So with that being said, let's take over this algorithm, my friends, and it takes us working together, not just me blabbing about it. We got to work together. So with that being said, love you. Have a good rest of the day. We'll probably see you later on the live stream at 8 o'clock. We're going to be streaming and possibly streaming inside of Discord. And if we can get the Telegram group set in enough time, then we might be also doing a stream inside of the Telegram. So stick around, make sure you got notifications on. And like I said, if you want to directly support the channel, we got the Rumble wallet here. It's a great way to test out a new wallet. And also you can scan that QR code and tip me directly. It's a really cool way to support the creators and the people that you like to watch. And yeah, hope to see you again. Peace out.